can understand you're looking good. You look good. I think you look good at all in that round. But don't fight with him boxing. Smart advice.
Round 9, scheduled for 12 for the WBC Light Heavyweight Championship.
The first thing they say that goes with age, though, is the legs, and he cannot box him without good legs.
McCallum contends despite his age, his legs are still good, and he still has the skills. He has struggled to keep his weight down the last couple of years, so he's happy at the light heavyweight level. Again, coming forward.
Excuse me, Steve. You see more spring in Tiozzo's legs. You see the fire. You see him leap into Mike, and Mike not really being as responsive.
It sounds almost like a bullfight now, with the crowd cheering every move of Tiozzo, and the decibel level getting higher.
I'll tell you, all they'd have to do is say "Olé," and I'd be sold.
Yes. McCallum's mouth is open. He is really sucking air right now.
Yeah, see, now you'll see McCallum. See him he just leans in and pushes him off. He can't even step around with his legs anymore. They just don't seem to have the juice in him. And he's got to push Tiozzo off, which takes a lot of energy each time.
We'll see if Tiozzo can take advantage past the midway point of round 9. The judges are from all over Hawaii, England, and Mexico. Komatsu Tomihara of Hawaii, John Keane of England, Victor Cervantes of Mexico. No American or French judge.
Here's a close round, too, where a late round flurry by either fighter could really do some damage in the scoring.
Tiozzo continues to land, coming forward. McCallum blocked that left hook, but he got hit with a whole bunch of shots.
It's also much more difficult to hurt a fighter when you're backing up. You're not bringing your weight forward. You're not delivering with leverage. You're on the back pedal. It's a much more difficult way to hurting a man.
Not too many who can be successful doing that. One man who comes to mind may be Azuma Nelson.
Azuma Nelson could hurt everybody going in any direction.
Yes.
Sugar Ray Robinson was the best in the world I've ever seen him.
Now another timeout issued by Joe Cortez. The clock is still going as McCallum rests something with the mouthpiece again.
He got his mouthpiece knocked out, and the rule is that they have to put it back in his mouth the first chance they can get when they're breaking the action. But that's the second time he's lost it.
Doesn't seem to bother Tiozzo, who comes right back at McCallum. Final seconds of round 9. Tiozzo shakes his head as if to say, "You didn't hurt me."
Shot to the body, and he could snatch everything.
Tiozzo won the European title with a 7th round KO over Eddie Smulders in Lyon last March. After a good start, Tiozzo knocked down in the 3rd, but he came back even stronger following the knockdown again. A stop of the action because of that loose tape. And there's the Tiozzo family reacting.
Yeah, the tape could be something that could get in your eye. You could smack somebody, give them a little whip in the eye with that. That's something that has to be locked down and kept. It could also cut.
The crowd obviously feeling that McCallum is doing it on purpose to buy time.
Well, that wasn't a mouthpiece being spit out.
Good little crisp left hook there by McCallum. And now
Nice
McCallum with a right uppercut. McCallum starting to show something here all of a sudden.
They've done a fabulous job of the cut in the corner of Tiozzo. It's been dribbling a little bit, but it's never been a factor.
The cut man also the chief trainer, Jean-Marc Corona. Right hand there by Chris Tiozzo. Another straight right by Tiozzo, just when it looked like McCallum might be coming alive. McCallum working the body. Less than a minute to go in the 10th.
McCallum looks a little bit desperate here, and I see him doing some things that I know he's really bent on. You can see that focus, and he's getting the job done for the most part in this round. But once again, how much can he do, and can he keep it up?
This may be the first lull in the entire fight, but it wasn't for long.
Once again, you see the tide is switched. Mike's coming forward. Tiozzo looking to take a little rest, relax. Mike sensing maybe he needs these next 3 rounds to pull it out. It should be an interesting ending.
Or a knockout, and Tiozzo has never been knocked out. Well, despite what the clock says, there's your bell.
So let's go. We at home. We at his home. Let's go. So we know we got to kick him. We got to kick him. We can't expect no favors here. Let's go to work. And kick that left hand. Kick that left hand. And I want you slamming them with the body, turn them.
Well, Mike McCallum, as we enter the championship round, certainly looked spent, physically spent in that corner, and who knows, we could be witnessing the end of an era.
And Hedgeman Lewis said to him, I just got to have more. We got to have more. This is our party. We can't give up our belt. Yet sensing that things are somewhat desperate. Right now, going into the 2 championship rounds, Mike needs both of them very big to win this fight, or to even keep hope of a draw alive.
You can certainly sense the urgency in the voice of Hedgeman Lewis. So it is round number 11. Mike McCallum looking to hang on to his WBC light heavyweight championship. His second title defense, his 17th title fight overall. Fabrice Tiozzo, in only his second world championship fight, appears to be ahead.
The pace is slowed now. It's been a very quick pace. There's been a lot of punishment given and taken by both fighters. And I'll tell you what, one wonders in a close fight here, which this really could be in a couple of rounds, would Mike McCallum, if he lost, call it quits or come back to try and vindicate himself just one last time?
Or maybe he'll do like every other fighter, call it quits and then come back. Call it quits and then come back. And so on and so forth.
It seems to be one of the idiosyncrasies of the fight game.
Nobody ever retires in boxing. They just unretire. Well, round 11 continues, and Mike McCallum had better get something going soon. Now Tiozzo on his bicycle, dancing around.
I wonder if Tiozzo's, nice combination by Tiozzo, but he's not following it like he had been. What had worked to get him to this point in the fight, he should still be doing. I wonder if the corner said, listen, we got this fight won, just stay on your feet. Huge mistake. We've seen it in the past, Melody Taylor Chavez and a number of other fights where that just isn't the safe thing to do or the smart thing.
Again, Tiozzo pressing the attack. McCallum's getting a couple of headshots in there. But Tiozzo nodding to the crowd, saying, I'm all right. I got it in control.
See, normally McCallum would just, when a fighter leans on, he would step back, drop on his legs, bring up a right upcut and hook. Here he leans in and just trying to shove some muscles, pushing off Tiozzo because he is tired, because maybe those legs just aren't there tonight.
And Tiozzo with a little showmanship, too, playing to the audience. Approaching 20 seconds left in round 11 for the title. Tiozzo landing from all angles.
Tiozzo's getting the job done right now through some nice combinations.
And breaking a smile as he backpedals, the bell sound. The wife of Tiozzo reacts.
Tu me gères ce round. Tu veux gagner. Tu me gères ce round sans te sauver. Sans te sauver, Fabrice. Sans te sauver. Il va tout faire. Il est le champion. Fais attention, il arrête peu. D'accord. Je fais très attention, tu vas gagner. Hein?
Yeah, you see in the corner here, Tiozzo, for the most part, moved on the outside, but when he unloads, he stays there for a while, does a decent job. No real big clean shots are landed by either fighter. McCallum, though, right there you saw landing a nice right hand. Once again, Tiozzo countering with the right, always trying to throw the last shot, which is probably what's giving him this fight.
Il est obligé, il le sait.
And as Bobby mentioned earlier,